Hi Libra, welcome to your new moon reading in Scorpio, rather intense, for November 13th, 2023. New moons bring in new cycles, and this reading, the direction this reading is going in is number 8, your intention, a discovery. That's really nice. 8 is a very powerful number. It is power itself. It's infinite energy. And you're putting a lot of energy behind an intention, either to discover something or you have discovered something and now you want to do something with that discovery. So that's the direction the reading is going in, but your focus for the next 2 weeks is the Wheel of Fortune. This card reads karma, destiny, change, fortune, cycles, the unexpected. It is definitely a change in fortune. It can be out of the blue. But it's a gamble. This card is life is a gamble. And sometimes you're at the top of the wheel and sometimes you're at the bottom. But the cycle keeps going. Things will change. And, I think the only truth that we can really physically, emotionally, financially, mentally agree upon is change. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same. Period. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune. It is a number 10, and 10s are the end of a cycle, but this is just talking about cycles while simultaneously beginning a new one. So maybe that's what you're doing. I'm going to lay out the cards first, and the first column is the situation that you find yourself in, the place that you find yourself in at the time of the new moon, or a new beginning that you are creating yourself. Maybe you're not starting something new at this time, but where you find yourself now, there is some sort of new beginning, new impetus happening there. The second column is you and how you are behaving and how you're dealing with this situation. Nice, really nice. And then the last column is potential, or the outcome, the potential outcome. We always have free will as well. And probably the culmination of the energies of these 2 weeks. And I say 2 weeks because, let's get that a little more, because the full moon is the 2 weeks of the full moon are what usually closes up this particular cycle that begins now. Okay, and obviously if there are eclipses, those run longer. So we have the Knight of Wands here, Knight of Wands in what is being started or what's going on here. Libra, I have some confusion in my mind as we're starting this. So I don't know if you're having some some confusing thoughts, maybe difficulty getting your words out. I mean, everything's been going well up until now, but I feel just like my thoughts are a little bit disconnected or disjointed or kind of darting all over the place. So that can be the energy that I'm picking up with you at the moment. Maybe your mind is working very quickly at this time. Maybe more so than others. I mean, you are an air sign anyway, but I just feel really darty thoughts, and it doesn't seem to flow. It just kind of goes from here to there to here to there. It's very interesting, and not usually how I read or how I think. So, just saying. All right, but here's the interesting thing: the Knight of Wands is an erratic energy. So that kind of makes sense. I didn't put those two together until I just looked there. Okay, so this can be a very erratic energy, right? Again, it's an energy of fiery, passionate energy, and even the horse is a little bit like upwinded a little bit. These are messages that can come in. So this can even be just messages that you're getting from your brain, right? And it's very possible because this is a thought that takes on a life of its own. Whether it's true or not, we're following that storyline, and it actually kind of worries us. So, we're putting a lot of energy into these thoughts that may or may not be true. And like I said, sometimes the brain is doing its job. It's making thoughts. It's going from right to left, making thoughts. But that doesn't mean they're true. But this can be worry. And it can be worry over some information or message that comes in. But the Nine of Swords is really asking you to quiet your mind. And again, this may not be you, because but it can be the situation that you find yourself in. This is how you're going to deal with it, and how you deal with it is wonderful. Let's get one more here. Okay, so this can be in regards to a King of Wands. And this is somebody who is a fiery personality, right? Would be like this Knight of Wands here. They are people who... Now, this is somebody who's mastered his passion, or is in the midst of mastering it in this lifetime. That's his trajectory. But whatever information comes in, it's fiery, can get things going. It can rile you up, or it can impassion you, one or the other. This is my Aries card. They are the trailblazers. They are an interesting... They're really great at managing people and managing situations. They're the first responders. They go in first to check out the situation, right? Maybe they could even be firefighters. They are attractive personalities, whether they're physically attractive or not. People like to be around them. And it can just be because of the energy that they bring, right? Who doesn't want to warm their hands by the fire kind of energy. King of Wands, however, are often loners. They're the first sign of the zodiac, and so they go in first, right? There's kind of no one they can compare themselves to. In that case, then they can be a bit of a know-it-all. You may be worried about this person, worried for this person, or this person can be dealing with some serious mental incapacities or thoughts that are kind of crippling or keep you from sleeping, that kind of energy. You, however, are the King of Swords, and this is somebody who has mastered their mental world. This person masters his passion. This person masters his thoughts and actions. And this is associated with Libra. This is very regimented, facts and figures, logical and reason are what dictate this person's actions and how they make decisions. And they don't bring a whole lot of sentimentality into their decision making. Not saying that they're not sentimental people or they're not emotional or that sort of thing, but when making decisions, they really look at facts and figures and find the truth in situations. So for them, facts and figures are the truth, okay? This is getting a handle on things. I mean, he's even got a handle on the sword. It's taking action through clarity. We're seeing the truth in a situation. We've made a discovery here, right? The discovery card, which turns the wheel. It makes the wheel turn. Now we're moving in a different direction with this. It's the Excalibur card. It is only the truth can wield this sword. And with the King of Swords, I think you pretty much have to be quite truthful and honest. But let's see what this card is aspected with, because, you know, facts and figures can be skewed as well. Queen of Pentacles. Nope, it's very practical. There's practicality here. It can also be using things of the earth, but you may find truth in another person, right? Either they're offering you truth, or they're helping you along, or you're helping them along. But it's this very practical energy. This is Aquarius for me. It's a very practical energy, but we're looking for stability here. This queen looks for stability either in her physical, right, health regimen, or financial. But she's looking for stability. And usually finds it. This Queen of Pentacles is somebody who usually gets what they want. And you have a yes answer here, so you can get what you want. If this is romantic, you can be the King of Wands and sending out passionate invitations and messages, and a little bit worried about how they come back. But you seem to get a yes answer here. The Hermit card is how things turn out, and the Page of Cups. These are interesting cards together because the Page of Cups is a bit of a strange energy. It's ethereal. It's they say it's a water sign, but really it's the aether. It's the space in between things. So it's information, but it's like the Akash, right? In any case, the Hermit is seeking information, and the Page of Cups wants to expand their philosophies, their mind, their thinking, their experiences, right? That's what the Page of Cups, the Page of Wands likes to expand their philosophy. But the Page of Cups expands more than that. It's a very, it kind of goes beyond the mundane. The Hermit is seeking information and answers. It can be a bit of a lonely card sometimes. You may feel isolated, or this person can feel isolated. You may be getting answers in kind of a strange way. You may be getting information in a strange way, meaning like, I don't know, you're watching some program and there's a bit of information there and you're like, oh wow, that's kind of like a missing piece. Or you overhear a conversation, or thoughts can be just dropped into your head. That's definitely the Page of Cups, right? We're getting information that we really aren't aware of where it's coming from, but there it is. The Hermit takes this information, digests it, turns that knowledge into wisdom, and then can disseminate the wisdom from there to people who are also searching. With that, though, there is this kind of feeling where we cannot affect a solution mentally or physically. Interesting. Because here you are, right? Here you're taking that first step with the discovery. There may come a point where either you want to share this information and are unable to, or maybe you share it and somebody's not open or willing enough to accept it yet. That Eight of Swords is ineffectual or inability to make the changes that you want to see. But situations are not yet in your... this card always says, wait until the situation turns back in your favor to make actions. Otherwise, you're just sort of spinning your wheels. You're putting a lot of energy and effort into something that's just not going to happen yet. And the more energy you put into the struggle, the deeper you go into the mire. And again, this may be you, or this may be that Page of Cups that is searching for answers. Maybe you're giving them answers and they just are unable to do anything with it. Now, if it is the Page of Cups is a Pisces card, and Pisces is dealing with their Saturn at the moment, with Saturn being in their house. That can be a bit difficult sometimes. So maybe they're taking this information, but it's just not hitting the mark, or it's not being used yet, that kind of thing. And that would probably be just for the next 2 weeks. But again, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is saying, it's cyclical, and the cycle will turn around where things will get moving again and things can start happening. It may be like something that you want to do with these people, and they're not taking the baton, or they're not doing the right thing with it, or they're not using what you're offering them. But it will probably happen eventually. Saturn just turned direct, and so slowly everybody's starting to move forward, and it'll gain momentum. It just happened on the 4th, I believe. So we're not that far into Saturn's direct movement. What does Spirit want you to know? Yeah, new beginning. So this new discovery is definitely going to take off. You have a new beginning here. Mind you not to be reckless. Do I see that here? Yes, this is the Knight of Wands. That can be recklessness. The new beginning is the Ace of Swords and what you do with it, right? How you wield that sword. Spontaneity can also be the Knight of Swords here. Page of Cups can be spontaneous. A free spirit, that can also be Page of Cups. The King of Wands can be a bit of a free spirit as well. Certainly the Knight of Wands is. Naivete, absolutely Page of Cups, 100%. A risk, that can be the Knight of Wands too. Can also be this new action you're taking. You think that maybe it can be a bit of a risk, even though you have a yes answer with that. So a new adventure, absolutely, with this discovery that you've made. There's a new adventure, and there's pure potential here with the Fool card. And this card offers you the ability to deal with the challenges and rewards as they come, because this is taking a leap of faith. Okay. All right, Libra, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for listening. I enjoyed doing your reading today. For the next 2 weeks, I'll be back in another 2 weeks with the full moon reading. And until then, take good care. Thanks again. Bye for now.